In the corridors of history, some stories whisper, some stories shout, and some stories thunder. This is a tale of a king who would rather embrace death than compromise his dignity. A monarch who stood against an empire, not with weapons, but with an unbreakable spirit that even the mighty Queen of England could not bend. In the heart of Nigeria, in the kingdom of Igala, there lived a king unlike any other. Ata Ame Oboni was not just a ruler, he was a living embodiment of cultural resistance. His story begins in a time when colonial powers thought they could reshape Africa's soul, one ceremonial bow at a time. In a pivotal moment during a meeting in Kaduna, the Queen of England expected submission. But Ata Ame Oboni was not a king who bowed. When asked to remove his cap, a sacred act forbidden by his traditions, something extraordinary happened. Swarms of bees erupted from his cap, forcing everyone, including the Queen, to flee in panic. The aftermath of the bee incident was swift and brutal. Security personnel moved to arrest Ata Ame Oboni, their intentions clearly to humiliate and subdue the defiant king. But something extraordinary happened. As they attempted to restrain him with handcuffs, the metal bonds inexplicably fell from his wrists, clattering to the ground in front of stunned witnesses. Undeterred, they locked him in a guarded room, believing they had finally contained the rebellious monarch. But Ata was no ordinary prisoner. He called his trusted driver Amanabo with a precise set of instructions that would become legend. "Take the car and drive to Ida," he commanded. "Do not look back until you feel a cool breeze." Amanabo hesitated, torn between loyalty and fear. But the king's words were absolute. As security personnel believed him confined, Ata orchestrated an escape that would become the stuff of whispered legends. As Amanabo drove, uncertainty gripped him. Miles passed, and then a cool breeze. He turned, and there sat Ata Ame Oboni, as if he had never left, materializing in the moving car like a spirit defying the laws of reality. His resistance came at a cost. Accused of human sacrifices during the sacred Ocho festival, a baseless claim later disproven. Ata Ame Oboni faced dethronement, but he was no ordinary king. Before his death, he made prophecies that would haunt those who conspired against him. He chose death over dishonor, leaving behind prophecies that would resonate through generations. He predicted the disunity of his people and promised their reunification would come through his own bloodline. Some kings are remembered for their conquests, others for their wealth. But Ata Ame Oboni, he is remembered for something far more powerful. An unyielding spirit that refused to be colonized, a dignity that could not be stripped away, even in death.